First up, we go to a pretrial hearing in Ann Arbor, Michigan. 44-year-old Corey Harris has been charged with driving with a suspended license. 15 years earlier, Harris had his license suspended for failing to pay child support. A court then rescinded the suspension in 2022, but according to the state, Harris never followed up with the necessary paperwork, so the suspension was never officially lifted. So when Harris was pulled over in October of 2023 and cited for driving with a suspended license, he was given a no-cash bond and ordered to return to court at a later date. Today, he's scheduled to appear before Judge Cedric Simpson to discuss next steps in the case.
Court calls case People versus Corey Harris.
Harris's attorney announces herself.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Tate for Mr. Harris, who should be present is Zoom.
Harris joins the hearing, although it looks like he's in a car, driving.
Hello?
Are you driving?
Actually, I'm pulling into my doctor's office, actually. So just give me 1 second. I'm parking right now.
Judge Simpson appears confused.
So maybe I don't understand something. This is a driving while license suspended,
That is correct, Your Honor.
and he was just driving, and he didn't have a license.
Oh,
That is with the charges, Your Honor, yes.
No, I'm looking at
Yes.
his record. He doesn't have a license. He's suspended and he's just driving.
That is correct, Your Honor.
hello?
1 minute, Mr. Harris.
I don't even know why he would do that. So defendant's bond is revoked in this matter.
Now it's the defendant who looks confused.
So defendant has turned himself into the Washington County Jail by 6 p.m. today. Failure to turn himself in will result in a bench warrant with no bond. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Harris, I'll be giving you a call.
Okay.
Harris turned himself in that day and served 2 days in the county jail. 3 weeks later, he had a new lawyer and another hearing where Judge Simpson confirmed that at the time of his last traffic stop, Harris was, in fact, driving with a suspended license. He was released on a no-fee personal bond and has yet to enter a plea. The case is pending. Harris did finally file the necessary paperwork, and his driver's license suspension has been lifted. Next, we're at the city courthouse in St. Louis, Missouri. Longtime couple Don Wofford and Tawana Bass are joined by a justice of the peace and finally tying the knot after 20 years together.
You, Don Lamar Wofford, take Tawana Latoya Bass, your lawfully wedded wife.
Yes, I do.
Tawana, I wed thee.
I wed thee.
I pledge to you forever.
And I pledge to you forever.
My faith.
My faith.
After Wolford recites his vows, his soon-to-be wife, well, she's not quite ready to recite her vows just yet.
And I am telling you, I'm not going. You're the best man I'll ever know, and there's no way I can.
As you can hear in the background, others in the courtroom take notice of the bride's powerful voice.
You're the best man I'll ever know,
But someone wants them to keep it down.
and there's no way I can ever go. No, 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 no way.
As a surprise to her husband, Tawana belts out Jennifer Holiday's "And I'm Telling You" from the musical Dreamgirls.
I'm staying, and you
Next, we're in the 31st District Court in Hamtramck, Michigan, for a virtual hearing on a civil infraction. 5 months earlier, 72-year-old Burhan Chowdhury allowed the grass and weeds on his property to grow out of control, violating a local law against noxious weeds and vegetation. Chowdhury was undergoing treatment for lymph node cancer that left him too weak for yard work. His son, Shabir, who usually maintained the property for him, was out of the country when police issued the ticket. Shabir cleared the overgrowth when he returned to the U.S. Father and son are hoping for leniency today from Judge Alexis Krott, considering Chowdhury's medical condition and that it's his first offense.
All right, you have a ticket for failing to keep the fence, walkway, sidewalk, or alley free of weeds, trees, or other nuisance vegetation. It's a first offense civil infraction. You can plead responsible with an explanation, or not responsible.
I am a cancer patient, very old man, and I am a cancer patient. I was then very weak, and very weak. And this time of rainy season, I cannot look after this thing.
Chowdhury's labored breathing is apparent as he explains how his illness and the rainy weather affected his landscaping. But the judge refuses to cut him any slack.
You should be ashamed of yourself. If I could give you jail time on this, I would.
The judge is not feeling forgiving. Quite the opposite. She's talking about jail time for an elderly cancer patient for a minor civil infraction.
If I could give you jail time on this, I would. The fine is $100, pay it by February 1st. You've got to get that cleaned up. That is totally inappropriate.
Oh my God.
Chowdhury is stunned at the judge's outrage. So son Shabir steps in to reiterate his father's situation and to tell the judge that the weeds are already cleared.
Oh, okay. Like, is it, ma'am, forgivable because my father is currently sick and we cleaned that after?
You see that photo?
Yes.
I am very sick, man.
That is shameful. Shameful. The neighbors should not have to look at that. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Yes, I am sorry.
You're going to jail.
Judge Krott closes the hearing with a threat to send Chowdhury to jail if he returns to her courtroom. The rant went viral within a week, with many reacting to Judge Krott's treatment of Chowdhury with disgust. An online petition calling for her removal from the bench has over 250,000 signatures. The judge released a statement apologizing for her behavior towards Chowdhury and reported herself to the Judicial Tenure Commission. The Hamtramck City Council later voted to censure Judge Krott. Chowdhury's $100 fine was paid 2 days after the hearing. Next, we take you to Orlando, Florida, for a courtroom moment you may have missed in the high-profile trial of 25-year-old Casey Anthony. Anthony was accused of killing her 2-year-old daughter, Kaylee, in 2008. And the trial made headlines around the world. It's the 7th week of the trial, and the defense is rested. Judge Belvin Perry has dismissed the jury, but another matter has caught his attention, one he wants to deal with right away. Earlier, a 28-year-old spectator in the gallery named Matthew Bartlett made an inappropriate hand gesture towards prosecutor Jeff Ashton, who was addressing the court. A member of the press reported the moment, and the gesture got back to the judge, who is not happy, and now he's called Bartlett before him.
You recognize the individual on that photograph, sir?
Yes, I do.
Okay, and who is it?
This is me.
And what is that symbol that you are projecting with your fingers?
Using my middle finger, and I am sorry.
And who were you extending the finger to, sir?
Mr. Ashton.
You see this sign?
Yes, sir.
And does not this sign read any gestures, facial expressions showing approval or disapproval during a court proceeding is absolutely prohibited? That sign is posted on the door outside, is it not?
It is.
Was there anything about that that you did not understand, sir?
No, sir.
Could you tell this court why you should not be held in contempt of court?
I'm truly sorry for doing this. This is something stupid, and I'm not sure why I even did it. And I just apologize. I don't understand why I did it. I do apologize.
The maximum sentence for contempt of court in the state of Florida is a year in county jail. Despite Bartlett's apology, the judge is not letting this go.
Young man, do you realize that the taxpayers of the state of Florida has expended a great deal of money in putting on this trial, and that your actions could have jeopardized all of the work that the attorneys have done in this particular case?
Yes, sir.
Anything you would like to say before this court imposes sentence?
I apologize for doing this.
At this time, I will adjudge you to be guilty of the crime of direct criminal contempt. I will sentence you to 6 days in Orange County Jail, impose a fine of $400 along with the court costs. He will be remanded to the custody of Orange County, to the Orange County Jail.
While Bartlett served his 6-day sentence, the trial of Casey Anthony continued. Ultimately, Anthony was found not guilty of murdering her daughter. She was found guilty on 4 counts of lying to investigators and served over 3 years of a 4-year sentence for those crimes. Next, we take you inside the Seminole County Courthouse in Sanford, Florida for a hearing. Judge Wayne Culver presiding. 51-year-old Kevin Newton has been charged with petty theft and resisting an officer without violence. 3 months earlier, Newton allegedly stole a case of beer from a convenience store. The manager of the store watched as Newton placed the beer inside a duffel bag, left the store, and sped away on a bicycle. The manager then called police, and when they arrived to take her statement, Newton had inexplicably returned to the store. Police questioned Newton, and when they tried to place him in a police car, he went limp, forcing police to lift him into the vehicle. Newton was arrested and released on $500 bond. Today, Newton arrives in Judge Culver's court early for a pretrial hearing. There's already another hearing in session involving a Spanish translator.
I am looking for the help because I don't want to do it.
Newton is looking for a seat, and there appear to be plenty of options.
I know I don't want to do it. It's just.
Pero es un efecto de
Newton's interruption in the back of the courtroom gets the attention of the judge.
Sir, I'm doing something. Can you shut up and sit down?
Absolutely.
That's not shutting up.
Newton's response seems to irritate the judge even more.
You want to be held in contempt and go to jail?
This time, when Newton doesn't answer, the judge explodes.
I asked you a question. Then shut up.
The hearing continues without further interruption. And later, when the judge called Newton's case, he apologized, saying, "That's the first time I've lost my temper with somebody." But a video clip of the judge's outburst went viral, and the Florida Judicial Qualifications Commission opened an investigation. Turns out this was not the first time that Judge Culver had issues. A month earlier, he inappropriately imposed 3 consecutive contempt sentences against another litigant. Those sentences were later vacated. For his behavior, the commission recommended the judge be suspended without pay for 60 days and go to anger management and stress relief counseling. The Florida Supreme Court is reviewing the recommendation, and its decision is pending. As for Newton, he pled not guilty, and his trial is pending. Next, we go to Alpine, Texas for a civil hearing held over Zoom. Judge Roy Ferguson presiding. The plaintiff's attorney is Ray Lifesti. Representing the defense is Steve Ashley. Kicking things off is Lifesti, who seems to be having some technical difficulties.
Mr. Lifesti, you seem to be having some audio difficulties. You sounded like Alvin and the Chipmunks there.
The judge waits patiently as the attorney attempts a few adjustments.
It's still doing it. I am failing in my attempt at judicial poker face, I'm afraid. You might want to... Still the same.
Judge Ferguson is no stranger to technical glitches. 1 year earlier, he presided off camera over another virtual hearing where one of the attorneys appeared accompanied by a cat filter.
I'm here live. I'm not a cat.
I can see that.
The moment lasted only a few minutes, but later went viral.
Hey, Mr. Ponton, I believe you have a filter turned on in the video settings.
Judge Ferguson handled that feline situation with the utmost professionalism. Let's see how he deals with this pesky chipmunk situation.
Something is wrong with your microphone.
When Lifesti isn't able to solve the problem, Judge Ferguson and his 2 years of virtual hearing experience take over.
All right, here's what I want you to do. I want you to go to the bottom left of your screen next to the mute button and hit that little up arrow and select a different microphone.
Let's hope that does the trick.
That help?
Yes, it did.
Thanks to a tech-savvy judge, the group were able to proceed with their hearing.
Oh, that's strange.